it's so nice to hear that music. I feel like it's been forever since I had a chance to talk with these folks from Roar's Nursery and Garden Center. It's our weekly call-in, email-in show. Let's grow together. In studio with me this morning, Ms. Rachel Fender. How are you, lady?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I was just sharing with Rachel about all the stories, not all the stories, but the stories of Ireland and how I know you would love it.
It just, yes, the pictures just look so green and beautiful. And
It's amazing.
Yeah,
It's amazing. And it's kind of funny. You think, okay, yeah, it's going to be green and it's lush because there's a lot of rain, but there's sunny days. And so I wish I would have had you there to say, oh, yeah, that's because I didn't know.
I just see the bamboo. I saw a lot of
bamboo
growing there.
A lot of bamboo right around the Blarney Castle. That's where that was.
Wow.
Because of course I didn't go up to kiss the Blarney Stone, so we just did a little walking around on our own. The gardens and the grounds around the Blarney Castle are spectacular. So anyway, we also have we don't want to forget about Garrett. Garrett Mott is on our phone line this morning. He's here as well. How are you, Garrett?
Hey, Garrett.
Good. How are you doing?
We're doing great. Doing great. Anything new and exciting on your end of things?
No, just starting to pack stuff away for the winter.
I know, isn't that crazy? The other thing too is, and maybe both of you, you obviously have experienced it, but I noticed that the leaves were still hanging on tightly onto the trees.
Yes, a little bit.
Yep.
Usually the oak trees will stay on a little bit longer, but yeah, they're really kind of holding. But sometimes good rain, and I don't know, these winds knock them off. So.
Yeah, that's what yesterday's what made me notice it, because I started to see a lot of them falling because it was so windy. Is that kind of what you see too, Garrett?
Yeah. Even when I got home last night at my house, my yard was covered in leaves that was not there in the morning. That wind last night really started stirring them off.
Yeah, you're like, oh, darn.
I just picked them up. But yeah.
I thought we weren't going to have to do that this time around.
Yep.
There's always more leaves. Yeah.
So, that's a good question. You were talking about just packing things away for the winter. I mean, what kind of stuff are first are you guys doing, but also what are some tips for people as they're getting ready to pack things away for the winter?
Well, most of my stuff you shouldn't necessarily have to pack away. Maybe throw a little extra mulch or compost over the tops of the root balls to kind of help insulate them, or throw burlap around stuff if it's close to like a road or really windy. But Rachel would be more stuff you might pack away.
Yeah, usually if you have like a perennial or a shrub that you haven't planted, by all means get it in the ground. It's always going to do better. But houseplants should definitely be in by now, because we've had a couple hard frosts now, so good killing frosts, which is good for the stuff that is perennial and that lives naturally outside. It does, it's putting them to sleep. So this is actually a good thing. So, usually we worry about like covering things and that kind of stuff more in the spring. Like, stuff as it's starting to push and get a little bit more tender, and we want to see the flowers and stuff, but things are going to sleep now. So,
and when I was away, a family member brought my mom a mum, and it's been inside the house, all this time. And what do I do with that? Is it just going to be bye-bye, see you
probably.
later?
I mean, you could try to plan it, but mums are so finicky anyway, and being this late in the season,
yeah,
chances are probably not. So just enjoy it while you can.
I guess I never realized that they did well inside.
Yeah, they can.
Yeah.
They can, especially if you are just going to use it for the time being, and you're not expecting to plant it and put it back, or have it come back. So
yeah,
you can enjoy them in the house just as much. So, and there are floral mums, which are sometimes you see them at like the grocery stores, that kind of stuff. They're like a little bit bigger. They almost look like a daisy or something like that. Those definitely are not hardy.
Right.
But those
okay.
you would just keep in the house. They're more of a house plant.
Gotcha. That makes a lot of sense then, because like I said, I was surprised. I thought, wow, they're really doing quite well. So this is pretty awesome.
Yeah, but the only thing with that though is they are kind of a short-lived one. So it's not one that you're going to expect to come back and rebloom and that kind of stuff. So.
Okay. Well, that's good to know too, because I would have been mad if I would have made the big effort to take it outside.
Baby it, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Again, if you want to give us a call here this morning, if you have any questions about finishing up your yard work for before the snow flies, which could be next week.
Yeah.
330-450-1480. That's the number to call. But also you can send an email to me, pcook@whbc.com, and I'd be more than happy to ask the questions for you if you'd like to do that. Also, I think, what Matt always talks about is, getting equipment taken care of, like your lawnmower.
Yeah.
There's stuff you have to do to that too, right?
Yeah, it probably would be a good idea to put stuff away, ready to use for next year. That's my dad's always a big advocate about that. Like, you'd rather get it, or get it done, when you don't need it and put it away. And that way, when you do need it, it's ready to go. And sharpening, like your pruners, that kind of stuff. It's good, like winter stuff. But if you have maintenance on any equipment, it's always good to get it done before you need it.
Okay, Garrett, do you have to empty, do you have to take the gasoline out or oil? I have no idea.
I don't know that either.
I don't typically. So yeah, in a lot of the bigger equipment, you don't need to.
Okay. That's a good thing for some people.
One thing we definitely do every year is air compressors. Make sure they're drained if they're outside, because all that moisture inside can freeze.
It'll freeze. That's right.
That is a good. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think of that kind of stuff.
No,
either.
right,
That's my
I know.
husband's department.
See there? That's exactly it.
Yep.
And right now are we still okay planting things? I mean,
yeah.
if it's the
Oh yeah.
Yeah, especially like the bigger stuff. Like I know, like a lot of like the B&B trees and like the things that are. It's actually a better time to kind of plant bigger stuff or to move it, because it's asleep and you're not like disturbing the roots and, there's less risk for shock and that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. So.
And trees, Garrett, trees and shrubs and things like that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Still good to go. We're just mainly getting them away because we have to turn our irrigation system off. So we have to kind of keep them all in one area so we can make sure they're still getting water.
Yeah, and that stuff is in pots, so we have to actually go through and protect it a lot more than you would something in the ground. So we basically are kind of housing them all together, and they're kind of insulating one another, and they're kind of nestled together.
And get taken care of
hibernate.
during the winter months. Okay.
Yeah.
And you guys you had your open house last
We
weekend,
did,
right?
Yes, yeah, and it went really well. Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
So yeah, but now it's officially Christmas at Roars.
Yes.
So I mean, we still have all kinds of stuff you need to plant and everything, but it is. You walk in there, it's definitely a Christmas wonderland.
Yeah, honest to goodness, if you have not been out there, the transformation is amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, it really is. And I always my sister and my mom always come in on open house, and that's when I can really kind of walk around and look, and it's just like there's stuff in there I didn't even know we had, and every little nook and cranny is just filled with Christmas.
And I remember, and I've been there several times, and I remember actually doing a broadcast there a few years ago, and it was like, when somebody purchased something off a table or whatever, and they always had something else to replace it.
Oh yeah,
it's like there's tons
running
of
back and
stuff,
forth. And,
tons of stuff. And if you're looking for ornaments, that's really a big thing.
Yeah, it really is. Like honestly, we even have some like Halloween, like a little bit of Halloween ornaments. There, we have a Michael Myers ornament. I'm like, okay, I didn't even know we had.
Yeah,
that. So it's pretty cool. There's something for everybody. That's for sure.
Yeah, if you're looking for different stuff, definitely, and that makes a good gift. And I know that there were like certain teams. If you support different teams, you can go out there. If you're a golfer, if you're a baseball player, just all kinds of different collectible.
Yeah,
things.
a lot of people do that. Like every year, get something to like commemorate that year or something. So there's a lot of unique things.
Yeah,
so.
it's fun, and it's like Rachel said, it is fun to just kind of walk around and see how things are going.
Yeah, and the greenhouse. The greenhouse is nice and
yes.
warm, and we still have lots of house plants, and we haven't got poinsettias in
I was
yet.
you
No,
took the
not
words
yet.
right out of my mouth. When are they coming? Yeah,
Not yet.
It's too early, right?
Yeah, it is a little early on those. They're just starting to turn, I think, but I'm sure we'll be getting them here soon.
And what about the Christmas trees?
Christmas trees, I believe, are coming the week of the 18th.
Okay.
So usually the week before Thanksgiving.
Right. Now, because I know Matt always talks about how, if you have loved ones in the military, they come home and you celebrate Christmas at Thanksgiving, then you can have your Christmas tree.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
And a lot of people like to do the whole, traditional set it up at or at Thanksgiving, and that kind of
I
stuff.
like to do that too.
Yeah.
I do like to do that. So that's cool stuff. All right, we'll take our first break. Again, give us a call. We'd love to chat with you, or send an email if you have any questions. 330-450-1480. It's Let's Grow Together with Roars Nursery and Garden Center.
Steel deals are happening now. From instant savings on select power tools to free battery offers on some of our most popular battery sets, you can enjoy great deals and do it all with Steel Battery. For more details, shop online or in-store at your local Steel dealer. Offer valid for a limited time only on select items at participating dealers while supplies last.
Visit Bear's Lawn and Garden in North Canton or call 330-499-4544 for Steel deals.
Your doctor writes you a prescription and you head to the box store pharmacy to get it filled, only to find out it will be hours or maybe even a day before they can fill it. That is not how we do it at Fulton Drugs and Medicap Pharmacy. In most cases, you will get your prescription right away. We value our customers, so we provide fast, friendly customer service. We also offer free delivery and fair prices on prescriptions. We are your neighbors. Medicap Pharmacy in Massillon and Fulton Drugs in Canton, where you won't wait long for your prescriptions.
Tune in each Saturday morning at 8 a.m. for the Money Matters radio show. Find out how today's economy, debt levels, and policies affect your hard-earned money. You've made your money. Now it's time to watch it grow. Tune in to the hour-long Money Matters radio show every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. right here on News Talk 1480 WHBC. To speak to Bob Vowdy or Dave Ryan about your money matters, call New Horizon Financial Group in Canton at 330-499-1915. 330-499-1915.
Northeast Ohio knows football, and Sarshone Auto Group knows Northeast Ohio. As an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, Sarshone Auto Group serves our community with the best selection and the best service. From Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and more. From the toughest trucks to the SUVs that fit your family. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, and the place where Northeast Ohio comes to drive. Visit sarshone.com.
Hi, it's Angie Rohr with Rohr's Nursery. It's officially that magical time of year, Christmas time. That's right, our Christmas shop is officially open 7 days a week at our Portage Street location. Your one-stop shop for all holiday decor. Santa and Mrs. Claus will be coming to town, so be sure to check roarsnursery.com for all upcoming events and sales. Visit us at Rohr's Nursery on Portage Street and roarsnursery.com.
Rohr's Nursery, we want to be your number one nursery. Rohr's Nursery.
And welcome back to Let's Grow Together with Rohr's Nursery and Garden Center. Rachel and Garrett are here with me this morning, and we were just talking off the air about the open house, the holiday open house that was last weekend. And Matt had sent me some pictures, emailed them to me, and last Thursday, I was actually heading towards the Cliffs of Moher in Ireland, and so I couldn't do anything with the pictures, but I have them now, and Nick's going to get those up there on our Facebook feed so you can take a look, and I'll also post them as well. So there's some beautiful, beautiful pictures here, and it's not just like red and green things.
No,
I mean,
we do a lot of different like themes.
Yes.
So, and we try to do something a little bit different. I don't know if he has one in there. We have like a pink set. It is like pink. But and when it was first getting set up, I was like, oh my gosh. But
what is that? Yeah.
It really looks cool. It really does. But there's, vintage and kind of, just more of like red or, golds and blacks and
the blue. I know a lot of people like a blue.
Like an ice. Yeah. Because a lot of it's just, I like to kind of keep stuff up. Seasonally. I don't want it to just be Christmas, so
right,
there's a lot of
right.
stuff like that.
So this one picture that you pointed out to me and said this area is adorable. Explain a little bit about what this is. Is that wrapped gifts on the walls?
Yes. Yeah. So they're just a bunch of empty, they're empty presents, but the whole wall, it's like a puzzle. They just did different presents and kind of, pieced them all together and everything. So they're kind of flat on the wall, but
that's a great decorating idea.
It really is. It's really cool to see it. So, and then there's a TV like kind of off to the left there, and it's just playing "It's a Wonderful Life" like over and over again. So it's really cute. So it's nice and cozy in there. It's a little corner. So
see that I'm telling you, if you want to get in the holiday spirit, just head out to Rohr's. This is the store on Portage, by the way.
Yes.
And you can check these things out. They have so many different things. Maybe you're just looking for, one more new thing to add to your collection for Christmas,
Yes,
or
yeah.
you
So,
know.
and yeah, we still have plenty of stuff to plant, and like I was saying, we have lots of house plants and that good stuff.
And my mom is a snowman collector. She loves
We have a lot of snowmen.
Yes,
Yeah.
and so maybe somebody who collects different things. You go out there and you might find something very, very different. I think that's always like one of the
Yes.
really cool things too. So I'm also looking. I was kind of looking around, and I'm thinking I didn't do enough of the cleanup work before I left for Ireland. So, honestly, with the hydrangeas and all the different things, everything, the hostas,
Yes,
everything's, it's over with, done. What kind of things you just can still get out there and take care of all that, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like clean up like any of the hostas, any leaves that are gone dormant. You can trim those up. If you don't get to it, it's kind of okay, but it does help keep things cleaner and stuff,
Yeah.
and not catching leaves and that kind of
Right.
stuff. But just any hard trimming, you just kind of want to wait until spring. You can trim the spent blooms off your hydrangeas and that kind of stuff. You just want to refrain from doing anything like really drastic.
Okay.
Any shaping up. So just because if we get a hard winter, it can hurt. It can kind of cause more dieback. So.
Well, let me ask you this, because this is where I get caught every year. The hydrangea bushes that I have in my yard are enormous. They're very big. And so, the stuff dies, and I always get the pom-poms, I'll call them, and trim that stuff up. But they have really long, sticks, I guess. And so I don't cut them. I just leave them be. But then when it comes to the springtime, I start to see growth on them. And so I'm like, I can't cut them now. Is that right? Or no? Or what?
What do you think, Garrett? Because it
would depend on the hydrangea type.
Okay.
Like the paniculatas, you can cut those. I mean, we cut those back in the middle of summer sometimes when they have blooms on them, and then they're blooming again by end of August. But the macrophylla, like the endless summer and that kind of stuff, you do want to watch, because a lot of the times the blooms are set for the year in the beginning of the year.
And I think,
so if you start cutting those back, you could lose some bloom development.
so that's what I think what you have, Pam.
Okay.
So I think by the sounds of it, so
Okay,
they're more of
right.
a rounded flower,
Yes,
and the big
yes.
glossy leaves.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah. Those you do want to. If you can cut back a few of the
Right now?
newer growth. Well, in the
Oh,
spring, like
in
when
the
you are
spring.
seeing that, but you don't want to
Okay.
cut too far back because
Okay.
it has setback. Some, but you do sometimes see some dieback.
Yes,
Well,
yes.
yeah, you can cut that off. Anything dead you can cut dead out.
But I should leave it be for now, right now?
Yes, you can cut the flowers off,
Right.
but leave it be until the spring, and then
Okay.
then you can.
I always
cut
wonder
back any
about that.
Yes, because if you cut, that is a lot of times what people do. Sometimes if they don't know, or cut it down to the ground, and then
Yeah.
you do cut the flowers off. So
Yeah.
you want to leave the sticks for
And
the
these,
macrophylla.
Like I said, they're big flowers. They're big hydrangeas.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody else planted those. They were there when I moved in, but and they are
There
really
might be
really
like an
pretty.
old fashioned variety of them too, which maybe like was it Annabelle, like the arborescens
Yeah.
kind. Yeah, they can get real. They're kind of like that, but
Okay.
they're kind of like the old fashioned ones. But I do
And then
like
the trees, like I have my magnolia tree.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same. I have the same issue with that one. I never know when to cut that, trim that up. When's the best time, Garrett?
If you're doing heavy trimming, I always like to wait, especially on the magnolia, till right after it's done blooming in the spring, since it is a springtime bloomer. But kind of got to play it by ear on how hot we get too. If it's getting warmer, you can stress it out in the spring. So, or spring, I should say, late summer is going to be a bad time. But if you do it like late spring, beginning of summer, it's going to be okay.
Okay. And I get stuck. I get caught.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I feel like I miss the window. You know what I mean?
And usually if you're just doing like minor pruning, you're okay. But just any
Minor pruning is completely fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you got a
That's-
branch that's kind of hanging off, something's bothering you or anything like that, or hitting you in the head.
Yeah,
So
that
you can
happens.
get rid of that.
Right
So,
at the doorway coming into the
yes,
porch.
yeah,
Yeah.
you can get rid of that.
Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. And again, if you want to give a call, we'd love to hear from you, 330-450-1480. Also, you can send me an email at pcook, P-C-O-O-K, at WHBC.com, and I would be more than happy to ask the questions for you if that's what you would like. I also wonder about, trimming or putting down anything for your grass or anything? Like, is there stuff we should be doing now, or are we done with all that?
We're pretty much done with that. We've gotten kind of out of that season. At this point, I mean, you could put seed down, but it's most likely going to just lay there dormant. I would recommend just waiting till spring at this point.
Okay, so that's good news, folks who didn't really want to do anything anyway.
This is true, yeah. We're mostly kind of getting to that point of just kind of keeping clean and that kind of thing,
Yeah.
putting things to bed. So there is one, you can actually, compost a lot of your leaves and
right,
that kind of
yes.
stuff. So if you, always wanted to start a compost pile, now's a really good time to do that because you have a lot of stuff to put in it, with the cleanup and the leaves and that kind of stuff. So.
And people have often talked, Garrett, maybe you can answer this. People have often talked about just, when the leaves fall off the trees, just leave them lay there. What's your thought on that?
Personally, I'm not a huge fan of it. I guess it's more my OCD. I need it clean. But I mean, you can have some leaves. I'll be honest though, like I've had spots in my yard where I didn't get all the leaves, and then it killed some of the grass over the winter time. So I mean, it's always good to just try and clean it up as best you can. It doesn't have to be completely spotless, but it'll definitely be easier for you because it's not going to really decompose that quickly over winter. So you're going to have to clean it up in the spring eventually.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's just easier to do it now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And yeah, I have a couple flower beds that kind of catch the leaves anyway.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
usually just leave those as long as you get to things like early, before things start breaking dormancy, like my perennial bed, you're usually okay.
Okay.
So, because it does help. You just want to make sure you're getting it out of there before they start, popping up.
Yeah, and sometimes if
starting to
you
grow.
put the leaves down, they get wet
get
and soggy and moldy
gross.
and
Yeah.
yeah.
Or if they're up against a fence, and then they're just messy. I think if you have more of like a woodland area and that kind of stuff where you don't have to, you can just let it go and be kind of natural that way. But most of us have yards and beds. And
Yeah,
that
and
kind of stuff, so.
we all want a nice cleaned up looking area.
Yes, yeah.
So when I go to put out the Christmas decorations, they're not buried in leaves.
In leaves, yeah. Yeah, it kind of doesn't look the best either.
No, it
So,
does not. It does not.
It does just make for an easier
All
cleanup,
right.
I think.
We're going to take our break for the news. And again, if you want to give us a call, we'd love to hear from you. 330-450-1480. I know this is an odd kind of in-between time, but I know you've got questions out there. You can also email me at pcook@whbc.com. I'd be more than happy to ask questions for you. And again, this is Let's Grow Together with Rohr's Nursery and Garden Center.
Steel deals are happening now. From instant savings on select power tools to free battery offers on some of our most popular battery sets, you can enjoy great deals and do it all with Steel Battery. For more details, shop online or in-store at your local Steel dealer. Offer valid for a limited time only on select items at participating dealers while supplies last.
Visit Bear's Lawn and Garden in North Canton or call 330-499-4544 for Steel deals.
Listen to the Kenny and JT Show here on 1480 WHBC for exclusive Pro Football Hall of Famer interviews presented by Akron Auto Auction as part of the Pro Football Hall of Fame residency program. Score big with AkronAutoAuction.com, a driving force in the industry.
Which song makes you think of your life in the 70s?
We are family.
Any of them? Or maybe all of them? Relive those moments in music as Larry Hackenberg and Jennifer Tassan present The Music Time Machine, Saturday mornings at 10, right here on 1480 WHBC.
Hi, it's Angie Rohr with Rohr's Nursery. It's officially that magical time of year, Christmas time. That's right, our Christmas shop is officially open 7 days a week at our Portage Street location, your one-stop shop for all holiday decor. Santa and Mrs. Claus will be coming to town, so be sure to check roarsnursery.com for all upcoming events and sales. Visit us at Rohr's Nursery on Portage Street and roarsnursery.com.
Rohr's Nursery. We want to be your number one nursery. Rohr's Nursery.
Get ready for the holidays with a high-efficiency twin-tank water softener and get a free whole-home carbon filtration system from Verndale Water Experts.
Verndale's Water Center.
WHBC AM Canton, reliable as ever on News Talk 1480 WHBC.
From the News Talk 1480 WHBC newsroom, 3 Bowling Green State University football players are facing assault charges. Court records show they are Brennan Ridley, Caleb Goodlow, and Leo Kemp, all 3 pleading not guilty yesterday. According to Bowling Green's online football roster, Kemp is a fullback, Goodlow is a wide receiver and a redshirt freshman, and Ridley is a wide receiver. All 3 due back in court later this month. No word on yet why they were arrested. Federal Aviation Administration will reduce air traffic by 10% across 40 high-volume markets to address staffing shortages caused by unpaid air traffic controllers during the government shutdown. FAA's administrator emphasized the need for action, saying we cannot ignore the staffing pressures being caused by the shutdown. The IRS canceling the free tax filing program IRS Direct File, which allowed millions of Americans to electronically submit their federal tax returns for free each April 15th. Democratic members of Congress criticized the Trump administration for canceling the program, stating that it benefits private tax software companies at the expense of the working class taxpayer. In sports, the Cavs beat the 76ers 132-121. Next up tomorrow night at Washington. Tonight on Thursday Night Football on Prime, it is the Raiders at the Broncos. For News Talk 1480 WHBC, I'm Pam Cook.
Your severe weather station, News Talk 1480 WHBC.
Here's your AccuWeather forecast. Today will be partly sunny with a high of 53. Tonight, expect partly cloudy skies with a low of 39. Tomorrow will be breezy with periods of rain starting late morning, reaching a high of 56. Saturday will have intervals of clouds and sun with a high of 55. Sunday will bring low clouds, windy conditions, and cooler weather with a passing shower or two. Expect a high of 47 with temperatures dropping into the middle 30s. With the AccuWeather forecast, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg for News Talk 1480 WHBC.
All right, it is 9:31, and right now 40 degrees outside, warming up just a little bit. We are going to go to the phones. We have Eldon in Green on the line for us. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Morning.
You are on the air with Roar's Nursery. Go ahead.
Well, I got a question for you. You know, this week I've been riding around enjoying all the fall colors with my wife and a little dog I have by name of Missy.
Oh.
And as we went driving around, I noticed a lilac bush in bloom up on Greensburg Road by the airport. Also on 40th Street, another lilac bush in bloom.
Really?
And also a pear tree up by FedEx building just south of the airport in bloom. And it's like, what's going on with all these plants? They think it's spring or what?
Yeah, that is crazy. I have heard of daffodils and stuff kind of popping, later or, in the fall and stuff. So I know there is a fall blooming lilac or like one that's called a bloomerang, but it was probably the old fashioned ones, was it?
Well, this one I saw up on Greensburg Road's in an old fence line.
Okay.
Just west of Allen Construction Company, so I don't think anybody taking care of that.
Interesting.
But it's just crazy. I talked to my brother, and he says, well, hey, that's a good question for Matt and Rachel. Why don't you call them and see if they can tell you why that's happening.
A lot of it is just the temperatures that we're having now in the hours of sunlight, which are kind of similar to the spring. And a lot of times some things, when we have a really dry summer and that kind of stuff, things can be kind of stressed and a little confused on things. So sometimes older plants are kind of under a stress that way, and that can cause them to bloom when they're, off season. But I hear Missy.
It's Missy.
Yeah, she see me on the telephone. It's like, oh, you're talking to somebody who's going to come play with me.
She wants to be on the radio. That's good.
Yeah.
What do you think, Garrett? Do you have any ideas? or any
I'll be
thoughts?
completely honest. I cannot hear the callers. I can only hear you guys.
Hi.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry about that. He was asking about why the lilacs are in bloom, right?
And
It's
on a
in-
pear tree,
in a
like just
pear
how
tree.
things are kind of off
right now.
Yeah, I think it was honestly because we had such a warm fall too. I mean,
Yeah.
the fall was so warm, and then like you said, Rachel, with the sunlight kind of going shorter, but still having warmer days, I think that kind of can screw up their cycle.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think.
All right.
I think a lot of it is just environmental. It is just nature. Just sometimes kind of does things.
Kind of
differently.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but that's kind of one of the things we love too. It always kind of keeps us questioning too. So,
Yeah, definitely.
Well, thank you, sir, for the call.
Yeah,
We
thanks.
appreciate it.
good observation.
Have a good day.
You,
You
too.
too.
Go
Thank you.
Go play with your doggy.
Yeah, Missy, she says, have a good day also.
Aw, thank you. All right, let us go to Karen in Canton Township. You are on the air with Roar's Nursery. Go ahead.
Yes, good morning.
Morning.
I have a question about dahlias.
Okay.
I usually wait to get mine out until I've had a killing frost, and I have not had a killing frost yet.
Oh.
And I don't want to be digging them out in the snow. So I was on a chat line on computer yesterday, and I read in Northeast Ohio they said if the tubers have been in the ground for 120 days, it's okay to dig them out. Have you heard that?
Not specifically that, but that does make sense. So, and we are really got to that point. Even if you, wherever you are at, haven't got that killing frost, we have had them, and it is to that point. So, but I do believe that because that the tuber would be at a good maturity at that, by those, days. So I agree with that completely. So I think you're totally safe to dig them.
And then I can cut the stems off and store them like I always do then?
Yep. Yeah, I would definitely do it now because the ground is getting cooler and cooler. And like you were saying, you don't want to be out there in the snow anyway. And you want to get them before it gets to that point. So I would go for it.
Okay. I'll be digging them up probably Saturday.
Yep, good idea.
Yeah, sounds
All right.
good. All
Thanks,
right.
Karen.
Thanks, Karen.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right, and let's go to Valerie in Louisville. You are on the air with Roar's Nursery. Go ahead.
Pam, I'm reminding you to unplug your water hose.
Because I didn't do it last year. Thank you.
Good call. Yeah.
Good
that's-
call.
You're reminding me as well because I always forget that too.
Yeah. And did you unplug yours as well, Karen?
Yes, I did.
I mean,
Turned
Valerie,
the
I'm
water
sorry.
off down in the basement.
Good. See, Garrett's already ahead of us.
Yeah, see?
No, my husband never leaves it. He never leaves it hooked to
the faucet.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah. He worked a little bit with some plumbing, and it's like you don't want a frozen pipe, and
Yeah.
so.
That's awesome. I'm
Yeah,
so
thank
glad I'm so glad you called to tell me that
Yeah,
because honestly,
it
I
is.
would have just forgotten about it.
Yeah, and it's probably a good idea to do. And if we have, I don't know if we've gotten really good rain yet or anything, but I would probably, give everything a good drink, and then we'll wrap our hoses up. And
Yep, good
Put
idea.
them away.
So, driving, it's been beautiful looking at the fall leaves. Last night we were coming home, and there were all these bushes I noticed, and I call them a bush. They're like a small tree, big around, but the leaves are small but so red.
Mm-hmm.
So what would that be?
Oh, it could be a lot of different things. I know, blueberries kind of get that, but that's not a real common thing you see a whole lot, it'd be hard to tell. But there are a lot of, fall coloring shrubs right now. So
Okay, yeah.
I'd have to see a picture of it, but
Yeah, thank you.
So-
And is it his name Eric?
Garrett.
It's Garrett.
Garrett.
Yes.
Does he sound just like his father?
Oh.
Is
She must know your dad, Garrett.
Oh, you must.
Well, is his dad the man that usually does this show?
No. Garrett, you go tell Matt that she thought that was your dad.
I am so sorry.
No, that's
No,
okay.
that's funny.
That's
No big
okay.
deal.
We love it. We love it.
Have a great day.
All
Hey,
right,
you too. Thanks, Valerie.
Bye-bye. Okay, and then we've got an email here from Bonnie who says, is it normal for the rhododendron to bloom now? I heard another gentleman ask a similar question.
Wow.
But there she sent a picture of it. And it's
Yeah,
blooming
that's,
flowers.
That is crazy. Yeah, it has to be a lot of the environmental stress, like
definitely.
the drier summer that we had, and then like the warmer fall. Because I've seen stuff like that it's been a long time, but I have seen, things kind of be a little confused like that.
Yeah.
So
it's one of those things, right?
Nature does what she wants to do.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to line 1. We've got Al in Plain Township. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
I hate to talk about my fig tree because I do bring it up a lot, but I told you I was going to bury it. Okay.
Yeah.
You're supposed to wait for the leaves of the fig to drop. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the leaves haven't dropped yet, and it's gone down. If I looked at the weather, it's gone down to 24 degrees coming real soon in a couple of days. So what I did yesterday, and I probably blew it, I went and plucked all those leaves. I mean, I pulled them off. They didn't come off instantly. I pulled them hard. So I'm wondering, I'm the born loser, I swear.
No.
That you're a fig tree plucker.
Yeah, I mean, it was like plucking feathers. That's how tight they were.
Oh, my gosh.
And there's a lot of leaves.
Yeah.
There's a lot on this. So this tree's, well, I'm not real tall, but it's taller than me. Let's put it that way.
Wow.
It grew great this year. So did I bother that by pulling those leaves off? Because I've got to get this thing buried in the ground.
I wouldn't think so. To be honest, no, I don't think you're hurting it by any means. I mean, sometimes it was using it kind of for food, but at the same time, it is going dormant. So, I mean, I don't think that you did. I don't think you hurt it by any means. So you're just putting it to bed early. It's up past its bedtime. So.
Because my one buddy said you got to wait for those leaves to drop. Well, they ain't dropping. And we had some cold weather there. They're just hanging off.
Yes, yeah.
Wish me luck.
Yes.
Bury it, okay?
I think you'll be just fine. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you'll be
Let
just
us
fine.
know.
Sometimes,
We can't
we
wait.
worry about.
We won't be able to find
but-
out till next spring, right?
I know, yes, and I hope to let you know, yeah. And
Yeah.
garlic, I got the garlic in. Everybody knows the garlic is in this year, too.
Good.
Nice.
That's great.
Anyways, but...
Yeah, I think it's fine because.
Oh my God, I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, yeah. Thank you very much for the call, Al. Because I mean, I think sometimes it's just, I don't know. Figs they do have a longer growing season where they normally do grow and are native there. So you kind of have to do what you have to do,
In our area.
because yeah, he's got to get in that ground.
I think if it is going down to 24, well, we all know that's not going to be healthy for that plant.
Right.
Not at all.
And that would drop the leaves off anyway. And yeah, you don't. Yeah, I think you did okay. You didn't hurt it.
Better safe than sorry, for sure.
All right.
They're pretty forgiving.
Yep. Thank you.
Thanks,
All
Al.
right. Have
Take
a
care.
good one, Al. Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
So explain to me the whole fig tree thing. You have to bury it in the ground? What the heck? I don't even know what he's talking about.
So they are there's different varieties and different, some are more hardy for this area, but they still are a little bit more temperate. They're like a zone 6, kind of like on the warmer zone. So if you have it in an area where it's, out more so, but they are trees, so they want to get big. So we have to kind of give it a little extra protection outside. I had one for a few years and I would bring it in and out. And they do okay that way. There's just different varieties, but
So
the ones
literally burying the whole thing?
I believe so. You kind of almost have to bend it over and basically put leaves and a little bit of compost and stuff. You're basically just creating an insulation for it.
Wow.
So it stays warm and stuff because our winters can get so cold.
Yeah.
So they can handle the cold, but not as much as we get sometimes. So
Al, that's a lot of work.
it is a lot of work.
That's a lot of
That's a
work.
passion.
And so you must, and I wonder what his harvest is of figs.
I wonder that too because I know that they need like a long. Yeah, I'm going to ask him that.
I'd like a
next
fig.
time, Al.
Yeah, next time he calls, we'll ask him
'Cause-
about that because I love figs, but
I do too. But I know that they take need a long days to mature and that kind of stuff. So, and the ones that I had, I forget what kind they were, but I would get them in like early March, late February. But it was obviously in the house, so they're all different. Just depends on when varieties and stuff. But
well, that's awesome. All right, we're going to take our final break. And again, you can still give us a call. We've got a little bit of time left, 330-450-1480. Or send me an email. I'd be more than happy to ask a question for you or show Rachel a picture, it's pcook@whbc.com. You are listening to Let's Grow Together with Rohr's Nursery and Garden Center.
Steel deals are happening now. From instant savings on select power tools to free battery offers on some of our most popular battery sets, you can enjoy great deals and do it all with Steel Battery. For more details, shop online or in-store at your local Steel dealer. Offer valid for a limited time only on select items at participating dealers while supplies last.
Visit Bear's Lawn and Garden in North Canton or call 330-499-4544 for Steel deals. Tune in each Saturday morning at 8 a.m. for the Money Matters radio show. Find out how today's economy, debt levels, and policies affect your hard-earned money. You've made your money. Now it's time to watch it grow. Tune in to the hour-long Money Matters radio show every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. right here on News Talk 1480 WHBC. To speak to Bob Vowdy or Dave Ryan about your money matters, call New Horizon Financial Group in Canton at 330-499-1915. 330-499-1915.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line.
But my throat has officially thrown in the towel. Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Calling all restaurant owners and managers. Mix 94.1 and News Talk 1480 WHBC want to showcase you on 330deals.com. Every week we feature one exclusive local restaurant deal, and it could be yours. You'll get a full-blown marketing campaign valued at over $10,000. And the best part? It's cash-free. We're talking about a 30-second commercial on air, an interview, social media buzz, station e-blasts, text promotions, and a custom page on 330deals.com that drives customers straight to your door. Sound too good to be true? It's not. It's our way of highlighting the incredible local restaurants that make our community great. You just provide your product or service, and we'll handle the rest. Deals go live every Friday at 9 a.m., so don't wait. Get your business featured now at 330deals.com. Call us at 330-471-1824. That's 330-471-1824. Mix 94.1 and News Talk 1480 WHBC. Your local connection, your local deal.
All right, our final segment this morning for Let's Grow Together with Rohr's Nursery and Garden Center. And Garrett and Rachel are here taking your calls, 330-450-1480. That's the number to call. Send me an email, pcook@whbc.com. I have to laugh at Karen called to remind me about my hose.
Yes.
Thank you. That was so nice because honestly, it's at the back. I remember I complained about
you had
this.
it. Yes,
it's at the back of my house. It's easy for me to forget. And it's also,
especially when it's cold,
right by the big giant hydrangeas. You know, so it's kind of hidden back there a little bit.
Yeah,
and
give them. I just give them a good drink because it has been kind of dry. It's not going to hurt.
Yeah,
take the hose
that's
off.
true.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's what I'm going to do before.
It's so hard to get the hose off, though. I think. You know, I can get pliers or something.
Mine too. Yeah, I don't know if it's like sediment or something, but that happens with mine too.
So
but
that can be hard. But
it's definitely better to do because they get frozen and cracked, and yeah, you don't want it attached because it can freeze your pipes.
Oh yeah, it can freeze your pipes, and that
no.
definitely is not something that I want to happen.
No,
for sure.
No, I
don't want that.
I don't
to
think
happen.
any of us do.
Garrett, what's been popular in I'm referring to like the bushes and the the trees and things like that this year. You guys, I know Matt always talks about like so many different varieties and different things, and I love it that he's already picking for next year, and he's got some new things. But what's been real popular this year? Anything in particular?
I would say I think the most popular thing we've sold this year, just because it's planted out front, has been the little lime punch hydrangea. That has we haven't been able to keep it in stock all year. We're always reordering it by Saturday, getting the truck on Thursday. So I think with us planting 150 of them out front, that one has really taken off.
Yeah, anytime that you see something planted, it just, you're going to see what it looks like at maturity. So, and yeah, we've noticed, I've answered that question many a times. What hydrangea is planted out front? And yeah, so.
And that's the one I want. And,
yes,
yeah, because it's
really
a stunning,
pretty one.
yes, it's a stunning picture when you, especially that many. How many did you say, Garrett?
I think it's over 100. I want to say it was like 130-ish.
Wow.
Yeah.
In a line.
Just a whole, like a hedge of them. And they're so pretty because they come out white and then they turn pink. So it's like, you have just this, show of them. So.
And Garrett, are you responsible for watering all of those?
Luckily, we installed an irrigation system out front, so no, I am
good.
not.
Yeah, that's good. That's another thing we were talking about was, the irrigation system. Boy, that's a lifesaver for a lot of people.
Yeah. I've noticed that with those out there. Yes, especially this year.
And especially businesses, when you're like us, and we don't have anybody to go out and water anything.
yeah, it really is it really helps. And it helps in the long run too, because you're not losing things and paying someone to replace them and that kind of stuff. So,
and again, if folks are, you can call us if you have any questions. So we've got a few more minutes left. 330-450-1480. If people are just tuning in, we were talking at the beginning of the show about the Christmas trees. What are we expecting this year as far as Christmas trees go?
I want to say we are getting 5 to 6 through usually around 7 to 8, and then we'll have a few little bit taller ones in that 8 to 10. I will say if you're looking for the taller one, definitely come in earlier rather than later because once they're gone, they are gone. But usually we get a decent amount of the 5 to 6 foot range and that 7 to 8 foot range.
And Fraser firs usually. That's usually what we get. So So Fraser fir is like a really nice one. It's real soft. It's got a beautiful color to it, and it's got a good fragrance.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of like the older trees. I don't even know if they sell spruce trees anymore. or anything as a cut tree, but ouch.
What's the needle look like on a Fraser fir?
They're very soft. Like it's
short,
like a short.
long,
It's a short needle, very
okay.
short needle, very tight. But it's kind of like a bluish kind of.
Yes,
and
I
it's
know
got, like,
exactly.
a silvery
Okay,
underside.
gotcha.
Very pretty. Yes, and a good branching too. So
to hang your hang your ornaments on.
Yes.
All right, we're going to take a call here. We have Mike in North Canton. You're on the air with Roar's Nursery. Go ahead, Mike.
Plant berry bushes or fruit trees.
Start over because I'm sorry we didn't have you on for the guys for Rachel and Garrett to hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, is it too late to plant berry bushes or fruit trees?
No, no. Really, you can plant anything until the ground freezes. As long as you're giving it a good drink, after you plant it, it's actually a good time to plant them.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're welcome.
Sure,
thanks for the call.
Yeah, appreciate that. And like we said, I always ask you guys that question about the planting thing.
Mm-hmm. A lot, we get that question a lot. Is it too late to plant? But no, it's anything is going to do better in the ground because it's going to be insulated, and that's I always tell people too. That way, it's there, and then it's when it's ready. It's springtime, and it's ready to go, and especially fruit trees and stuff. That way, you've got a whole
head start.
Yep,
That's
because
nice.
it spends a lot of time establishing. So once you plant it, that's what's going on. A lot of times when people plant stuff, they're like, oh, it's not blooming or it's not really doing anything. Well, it is. It's just, it's down below. It's getting settled into its new home and that kind of stuff. So if you can get stuff in the ground now, it's a good time to do that because it's getting
That's great.
getting ready and settled in.
And I wanted to look at the extended forecast here because we've been kind of talking about that. We were talking about it with Al regarding the fig tree. But so Friday. Tomorrow, 59 for the high, 41 for the low. Saturday, 53 for the high, 41 for the low. Sunday, 46 for the high, 28 for the low.
There we go.
And then on Monday, ladies and gentlemen, Monday.
Is it the S word?
It is the S word. Monday gives us snow flurries or snow showers. The high is only 35 on Monday. That girl, she keeps coming back.
That's the high?
That's the high.
Oh. That was me screaming, by the way.
And the overnight low is 25 on Monday night. Scattered snow flurries and snow showers. Yeah, so no accumulation, it doesn't look like. But I think that what I heard was up along the lake shore, There could be lake effect snow.
I believe it.
And so that might be, we're not getting quite that. So, and
it
then,
usually doesn't stick at first, the first couple months, but still.
Looks like 38 degrees on Tuesday for the high. But then Wednesday, 50 degrees, Thursday, 50, Friday, 46, and Saturday, 57. So we're still fluctuating.
Yeah, we'll go out fighting.
We'll go out fighting. That's exactly right. That is exactly right. We'll stay in the... And this is, you were asking me also, this is very much like Ireland weather. This is what we have right now.
Okay.
It's very breezy at times, but there was many days, I'd say out of the 9 days that we were there, I'm going to say 6 of them were sunny.
Nice.
And we had 3 that were heavy, that rain was with us. But that's okay.
Yeah.
We were happy to have those sunny days on the days we needed them
that's
when
so
we
cool.
went to top of mountains and all that kind of good stuff. I will just give a shout out to Ed, who works, I believe, is retired from or still works at the Stark County DD.
Yeah.
And what a wonderful gentleman he is in his 80s. Climbed the steps of the Blarney Castle and kissed the Blarney Stone.
I love that.
He is
that makes my heart happy.
He is
That's
an
really
awesome
cool.
guy, and he was our buddy, and everybody loved having him on the
amazing.
trip. Yeah,
That's so cool.
He was traveling alone, which made it even more spectacular for him.
for
He
him.
was so proud of himself, and
I would be too.
Yeah,
You should be.
I'm like
That's
Ed.
Great.
If I got down to kiss the Blarney Stone, I know I would not be able to get back up without a lot of help. And he was funny. So they have
awesome.
Yeah, they have a great video of all of that. And so
how cool.
Yeah, and I don't think that there are any like flowers, plants, or those kinds of things that are
what I always
native
wonder.
to Ireland.
Yeah.
That just. It seems like it's felt very much like, that could grow here.
It did kind of look, from what I saw, it looked like stuff that does grow here. So I always wonder about that with other countries and stuff, like how their temperatures are and growing and that kind of stuff. But
because they don't have snow, they get like a flurry or some, but they don't have snow, which
I'd
is
be okay
nice
with that.
Yeah,
I think. I don't
but they
know.
also don't have really too much of a summer.
Yeah.
The girl was who was our tour guide was telling us that the day after Christmas is the biggest day to head to the shore, to the beach, because Ireland's an island, and you head to the beach and you take a dip in the ocean.
Wow.
On the day after Christmas, because it's very cold.
I was going to say it'd probably be brisk.
Yeah. I guess they wear wetsuits and things like that. But anyways.
No.
Yeah,
no, thank you.
Me either. I'll stand on shore and take
I'll
videos
wave,
of all of you. Yeah. All right. Well, that wraps us up for today. Can you give us the locations information?
Yes. Yeah. We have 2 Rohr's Nursery locations, 5357 Everhard Road and 7211 Portage Street in Maslin. Our hours at the Christmas shop, which is at Portage, they are 8 to 5 Monday through Saturday and 10 to 4 on Sunday.
Awesome stuff. And Garrett, thank you so much, sir. We appreciate it.
Of course.
All right. We'll talk to everybody next week.
All right. Talk to you then.
Have a good one.